Hello, Scorpios. This is Lada from astrolada.com here with your August 2021 video horoscopes for anyone who is sun, moon, or rising in Scorpio. The month is much better, is smoother. Some important events will be happening for Scorpios because your angular houses are activated. They're the most action-oriented houses. So you'll be quite go, go, go. But before I start, I want to make an announcement. We're releasing Nikola Stojanovic's last webinar ever. The late Nikola Stojanovic, my great teacher to many of us, who was one of the best predictive astrologers I've ever met. He was predicting for presidents, for prime ministers, and for normal people as well. He was the one that predicted my marriage, where I'm gonna live, and how it was gonna happen. So he's teaching his method in a 6-hour course of using solar returns. That's the birthday chart. How to predict the future. Very unique method. It's his own method. You will not find this. He never studied with anyone. He developed his own incredible methods. So check it out. It's on a discount for $150 the first 2 weeks, and the proceeds are going to his family. And after that, it becomes at the full price of $200. So let's see what's happening, Scorpio. Look at that, the axis that is being activated for you. Ooh, action, the 10th, the 4th. The month starts a little bit tense, the first 4 or 5 days, I would say, of August, because the Sun and Mercury will make an exact opposition with Saturn here. So the only time you have to be a bit more cautious is the first week of August. You might have to compromise or find solution between home demands, this pressure on you coming to you from home, or family or parents, and responsibility, worldly responsibilities. So you have to, there might be some tension there, maybe deadlines, working on the deadlines, or some pressure, some conflict, even some frustration that comes. So with career and personal life, my little boy Scorpion, that's when we're relocating, basically. So that's when he'll be alone with his grandparents for the first time. So authority, responsibility, home, and there'll be some kind of pressure there, that one feels. But after that, it becomes much easier. But definitely there will be a lot of focus for you on home, especially, and on career. But let's look. Some of the good news is that Jupiter is coming back into your 4th house. For 2-3 months, it was gone, and only Saturn was in your 4th house, which means that certain responsibilities with home and family, with property, might have become more difficult or more slowed down without results if you're trying to sell, buy property, or if you're even in real estate, or some kind of, maybe just things are not moving as easily, or they're not as easy when it comes to personal life, or how you feel when the Saturn is in the 4th house. Maybe you felt kind of down emotionally, but Jupiter is coming back there. So it's gonna uplift you up emotionally. You're gonna feel a bit more relaxed within yourself emotionally. You're going to, if there's some problems with family, you're going to receive some help. If there's some problems with property, you can receive help. Plus, if you wanted to relocate or plan to sell, buy property, Jupiter coming back there now can bring back this opportunity, can bring it back even with better circumstances and conditions to you. If you were thinking maybe fixing or expanding your house or changing place of living, this can, if you've been planning about it or just had an idea before about it, now you can manifest it when Jupiter comes back into your 4th house. Or maybe you can come back, reconnect with your roots. You might get interested into your history, dig back into your family through the history of a country, or reconnect with family. Maybe if you haven't seen your family or your country of origin for a while, this might be a good time for the next 2.5 months while Jupiter is retrograde in your 4th house to get this done. But actually, till the end of the year, you have a very good window of opportunity to relocate, to sell, or buy property. And now when Jupiter is coming back in the 4th, to get clarity about where you're gonna live, what you wanna, if there's some delayed or unclear circumstances regarding place of living, family settling, belonging, to be clarified. Or if there's some painful situation there with such circumstances, ailing parents or whatever, you can get more support. It can get a little bit easier still Saturn is the predominant planet there. It's stronger than Jupiter. So the heavy responsibilities are there. The kind of worry is a bit there, but with a big helping hand now when Jupiter is there as well. And the first part of the month in August, especially till the 20th, I would say, there is a huge focus on your career. If you don't have a career, in your social status, a lot more visibility that's happening there. And you can see how those two themes can a little bit pull tension. One is very personal, the other one is very public. But there is a new moon in your 10th house of career around the 8th of August. So after that, around that time, there can be a renewal of your career. You can get some new ideas about or visions or projects of your career, a new boss or a new worldly responsibility or a new job for some of you, or it can be like a new project that you have an idea or a new inspiration about what you want to do with your worldly responsibilities, with your career. So yeah, renewal there, more inspiration, definitely more initiative. And Mercury is allowing you there to get things, to complete projects, to communicate with important authority figures or institutions, to kind of get more, let's say, to work on projects and to organize your career and goals, and to work on such projects that require writing, speaking, communications. And if you have to present yourself in a public place, to use the skills of Mercury, especially the first 10, 12 days. But you, whatever you have, if you have to present yourself, you kind of you shine, you know. And of course, that's a renewal of your career inspiration or career goals. But there is a huge focus as well of planets into your 11th house. So you'll be socially active as well. So you see the majority of planets are up there in the very visible part of the horoscope. So Mars will be in your 11th house, August, September. That's rare, once every 2 years. So it will get you to become more initiative. You'd feel more initiative in regards to initiating friendships, participating in social movements. You know, now with all the protests, millions of people are out on the streets all the time. If you know, if you want, maybe Mars might make you feel like, okay, I'll go. Or you might just feel more motivated to go to concerts if you can, or to meet with friends, to do some activities with like-minded people, to be more active on social media or with socially poignant and relevant topics, whether it's politics or whatever it is that is involves society as a whole. You find yourself really interested, way more active with such matters, even fighting with others over those. But especially the first part of August, Venus is there. So if you want to have good times with friends or in social environment where you have to get along better with others, to have better experiences, do it in the first 15 days of August while Venus is still there in your 11th house, because it makes sure it protects the impulsive nature of Mars, so there is not some escalation of anger or stressful situations in such social environments. And it will guarantee that things go well there, you know. After that, from the middle of August, Venus moves into your 12th house. So just Mars and Mercury will stay into your 11th house. So it can get a bit more contentious there in such topics, social interactions, friends, a bit more competitive as well. But also 11th house is your goals and dreams that you are going after. So Mars definitely makes you motivated to follow those, to initiate them. Long-term goals and plans is the 11th house. This is fantastic because Mars says, okay, I have those goals and dreams, long-term goals and dreams. I'm not going to sit on my ass. I'm going to get activated, and I have an action plan. You know, Mercury is a plan, Mars is action plan. So I'm going to do the first steps. So I'm going to do the whatever following steps. And those planets are moving direct. So if you have some long-term goals, dreams, plans, especially socio-economic goals, which are connected to more gainfulness, income, or social recognition of some sort, because the 11th house rules business, so gainfulness, the gains of the business, or reaching more audience, more clients, larger audience, larger followers or whatever. If you're on social media, 11th house rules all of those things, your crowd, your fans, your clients, your social outreach. So it's great. I mean, if you have to do that till the middle of August, do it. It's going to be very good. Venus helps. Even after that, and the sun moves there, after that, you can be just as initiative. It just might feel a bit more stressful because the gentle influence of Venus is not there, but you can get a lot of things done in those areas and move forward and progress and forge some new paths. August and September into those fields of more gainfulness or more social recognition or reaching more audience of some sort. But the first part of August, you're more easily accepted by your audience or more gently accepted. After that, you still are active. You might step on some people's feet, let's say. And the second part of August, Venus moves into your 12th house, Scorpio. So that's going to be a bit time to relax. If you want to go on faraway holiday, foreign place, 12th house rules, foreign, distant worlds, places, or retreats and hotels, places where you escape the mundane life, where you kind of cocooned or you escape into your fantasy world. So it can be in foreign places. So if you want to travel on a holiday, go to a beach, to another state, or to a hotel, to a retreat, to a spa, do it the second part of the month. The first part of the month is just more active, busy, 10th house is active, career, work, 11th house, gainfulness. Then the second part, plan your holidays if you can, for then, taking it easy on the beach, relaxing, or if you can't even go on a holiday somewhere, just create some space, and you'd feel drawn to that, to spend a bit more time alone from time to time, where you can do the things you love. This is Venus. For some of you, it might be reading, for others, might be watching movies, anything that you find alone time where you find yourself that you're relaxing, and even a lot of fantasy time, a little bit of fantasy time, especially romantic fantasizing, daydreaming Venus. You can even find yourself, when Venus in the second part of August and the first part of September, drawn secretly to someone. Private secret relationships, when Venus is in the 12th house, can get activated. And I'm not saying all Scorpios are gonna be doing that, of course. It's just, you might find yourself to fantasize about someone. And if you're already married, you might be good time, because 12th house rules bed pleasures. It rules the bed, and Venus, they say it's quite good place for Venus to for bed pleasures. So you can have some, maybe go with your loved one on, do some romance and role playing a little bit, some fantasy. Just, it's going to increase the romance of the situation, and it can make you feel more you can approach your relationship, if you want to put some spice into it, so with some role playing or going to a hotel, doing something that is out of your daily routines, that puts you in a more magical situation. And holidays and traveling is one of those things. And those of you who are single might even find themselves attracted to someone while they're on holiday, on faraway place, or someone who is foreign. This is a very short activation, but just to mention it, there is a small possibility there. Otherwise, 12th house is about enjoying spiritual activities, enjoying um, uh, you know, alone time. This will be your sanctuary, safe retreat a little bit. So there you go, guys. And I think that there will be improvement overall in your emotional well-being this August and September, because of these emotional houses that are being triggered for you. The 12th house in a good way, and the 4th house also in an improved way with Jupiter, which is where we hold our emotions, our feelings. So there is more soothing balm to the emotional state that you are in for you overall. So thank you, Scorpio. And yeah, do check out the webinar for Nikola Stojanovic, predicting with solar return charts. Fantastic, unique one. Discount for the next 2 weeks. Thank you.